All right. Captain's log. Stardate 48254.9. The Navajo finds itself on a humanitarian mission for this sortie. The colony world of Rithra III is in need of assistance after a rare disease has infected some of its colony's population. To that end, the Navajo has retrieved a shipment of critical medical supplies from DS9, and we are now making best speed to the stricken colony.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna throw you guys on the bridge. Like the captain said, you are currently on course for this colony. After you've just picked up essentially medical supplies from DS9, where they're currently having a plague outbreak. Let you guys do a little bit of role play and anything you wish to figure out.
How long is the estimated time of arrival until we get to the location? Do we know that?
Oh, you're within a day, so
Oh, okay, copy that.
12 hours or so. You're really close. You're about a couple light years
Gotcha.
out.
Oh my gosh. All right, cool. Beautiful. Cool. I'll be looking over the pad. I guess over here. I'll look over to the captain and be like, do we have anything further as to the nature of this plague? Are the colonists have a theory, or what do we know?
Well, unfortunately, Starfleet's details that were passed on to me from Deep Space Nine were rather sparse. I think we were supposed to learn some more once we were getting closer to the colony itself. One detail I did seem to glean, Commander, is that actually, out of character, I have no idea.
That's what I was trying to do. I was totally impressed. I was like, man, you're just making it up. I love it.
I'm like, I could interpret things, but I'm afraid of getting it wrong and messing up the GM.
Oh, I love it though. Okay.
I'll just say you've been given several antiviral medication to assist the colony. It is a rare and highly infectious disease that has afflicted the colony. There's a lot of that's really all Starfleet knows. They've asked for these medical supplies because the colony cannot produce them on their own, and they cannot be replicated. So that's why you're delivering these medical supplies. Plus, food and whatever aid the colony may need.
So, as far as I know, Commander, right now the Navajo is a glorified delivery ship. But once we get there, I do plan on learning more and finding out what else we can do to assist them.
Understood. Have we been in contact with the colonists since we departed? Is their situation holding steady, or?
Well, we haven't hailed them yet.
I think it would be prudent to attempt to get them on communication before we arrive, just so we can get a better idea of the direness of the situation.
I think that's a good idea, Commander. Why don't we assemble senior staff within the hour and send a long-range communication to the colony together?
Very good, Captain. I'll plunk away and do some more stuff, and surprise, surprise, we have a scheduled meeting now. Oh no, are you asleep? That sucks. Ding, ding, ding.
Jim, what is the current warp factor of the ship?
Currently you're probably going at maximum warp due to the nature of, essentially the severity of this case. So
Thank you.
So, maybe within the next hour, to give everyone, narratively a chance to wrap up their work or get out of bed, let's assemble in the conference room and hail from there.
Yep. Sounds good.
But before we do the hail, Azuria would try and get a report from everyone, Doctor, have you had a chance to go over the supplies we picked up from Deep Space Nine? Do they all seem to be in good order? I hope there's no defects in the shipment or anything like that. Is there a doctor here? Okay.
I'll just grab my supporting
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yes, Captain. I've gone over all the medical supplies. They are in their proper containment, and they still seem all viable. Dr. Brasier was very prompt on handing over the medicine.
I'm certain he was. Good to know, Doctor. Commander Solok, I trust everything is in order in the cargo bay. We will be ready to transport the shipment down to the colony if the need arises.
All is ready, Captain. All is ready, Captain. All we would require is the coordinates specifically to beam the cargo down to the spot on the planet.
Excellent. Mr. Garrel, in case transporters would be ill-advised, are your flight crews ready to standing by to shuttle them down by our runabouts? He is a helmsman, is he not? Am I wrong?
Yeah, he's a helmsman because Logo's not here. But
okay.
Yeah, Captain. The shuttlecrafts are ready. We'll have the runabouts all equipped with supplies, be able to bring them down in a quickly manner. I assume, given the nature of these medicines, they cannot be replicated, that they will not be able to be transported either. And the doctor's like, yes, that'd be correct. The supplies should not be transported. It may create unstability.
Well, I'm certainly glad we cleared that up. Well, excellent work, everyone. I'm glad that we've got this squared away. Have we? Is there anything else anyone wants to bring up?
I'm simply going to bring up the obvious that a extreme viral infection that is spreading quickly. We'll need to make sure that we can inoculate any of our crew before we interact too heavily with the sick. I'm sure that's up to the doctor to spend some time analyzing the virus once we get to the planet.
I expect you to work closely with the Doctor, Commander. If we do send down any away teams, it'll be your purview to equip them properly with hazmat gear or any other protective equipment they may need.
Of course, I'll make sure to check out the proper supplies.
Very good. I want everyone sharp once we arrive on colony, and let's make sure this goes by the numbers.
Acknowledged.
Can I throw a quick rally action, GM?
Nice.
Jim?
Sure.
Get that yummy momentum.
Presence command difficulty 0.
Got it. Neat.
Nice. Class M, a copy.
Very good. Now that we're all on the same page, maybe I tap my comm badge and tell the officer on the bridge to hail the colony, relay it here. I think that's how it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, apologies, but I'm unable to raise the colony.
Any particular reason why, Ensign?
Some sort of local interference.
Local to their star system.
Unknown, Captain.
Captain, I could adjust our power so that the communications beam that's sent to the planet is of a stronger force, potentially to pierce the interference.
I think we will certainly be needed on the bridge, all of us. Let's move there and see if Commander Solok's idea pans out.
Copy that. Do we know what the last transmission of the colony was? I guess what it was and when?
Weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah. When they sent out the distress.
How long have we been traveling from?
About a week.
Deep Space Nine? Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea, I'll put you up on the star map. Currently, you're there, and it is the system in itself is actually a binary star system.
Okay.
Just beyond the Badlands. So you kind of went from DS9, and you had to sort of kind of go around this narrow channel of safe space to get to here. So it took you a little bit.
Gotcha. Not good.
But the actual star itself, it's Class K planet, or sorry, Class K star. The planet is a Class M world. It has several other planetary bodies in it, but it's just your standard world. I'll post that in there for you guys.
Oh, okay.
To what kind of makes up the system, you would have that data.
Got it.
But I'll throw you back on the bridge.
I believe Lieutenant Jorvin was going to ask about biohazards, any native flora or fauna of any concern.
Nothing of note on the record. So, kind of, it's a frontier world. So, colonists they take all sort of extremes when colonizing planets. So,
and any survey data before the planet was colonized, any information at all.
It's a very temperate world, so it's not really a paradise planet. It's it's very rocky. So
okay.
Captain, my theory for the communications would be to tap power from the warp engines. This will slow our speed, but we would be able to utilize that power, channel it into the communication array on the ship, and send it towards the colony. Potentially, with this additional power, it could penetrate the interference.
I like it, Commander, but before we do anything drastic enough to alter our own systems, could we get any more detailed analysis on the nature of this interference? Sciences, any ideas?
And out of character. Yeah, I think he was typing some stuff. There he is. There, cool.
Yeah. Here to type stuff to the GM and try to get a one. Yeah, if Jordan will see if he learn of this interference. So
I'll roll for your sheet, but it is, since I know you're in the middle of a lovely storm.
The joys of mobile.
do you have Major running? Slash roll.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I think Majel is on the server.
Yeah, I've got my character sheet hasn't changed. I actually have.
Yeah, it's on Discord if you want to use that. It is a reason science. You would have a focus with research on this one, so the difficulty is 2.
Okay. Do we have? We don't have any momentum yet.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I assume we do not have any momentum yet.
There's 2 momentum.
No, but I will spend one on a third die. Let's see if I can do it.
So 1 momentum?
Cool.
Yep. Right. What the heck? Is that... Alright, this thing is starting to irritate me. No, I want to see what each individual die says. Oh, screw it. Roll me 3 die 6, please. We'll be here all night. Let me try to figure out how to make this stupid thing work.
Majel, no! I wanted more than 1 die.
Well, it's not Majel. It's something called Dino that's rolling.
Oh, Majel's is in Discord. Whether or not Dino broken.
You won though. You succeeded. You rolled a 6, and a 1.
Very nice.
Very good.
That was div 2?
Yeah, gain 2 momentum.
I got the momentum die. Oh, cool.
Jorvin, I will not tell you what the weather is like here in Vancouver. Okay.
I already got a picture of Ed.
It's like that. It's like that. Like
How
that.
dare you? You guys have had a heat wave.
And I imagine with Ed living in an RV, he probably took his house with him, so he didn't have to worry about his house.
Right.
Probably did. Yes, we are in a heat wave right now, but again, it's relative. It's not
right.
like a heat wave like in Texas or something like that, or Atlanta.
When I lived in Alaska, when he got to 70 degrees, it was hot.
Right. Life goes crazy.
Yeah. The high today, I believe, is 83. But it feels a lot warmer than it is because of where the sun is at this part of the world.
Right, where you are. Yeah, exactly.
So like 70 degrees in Alaska, you're like it's 70 degrees, but because you're much closer to the top of the world, feels different.
You're gonna feel that sunlight for sure.
Yeah, when you're in the shade, it feels fantastic. Like you go out in the sun, just like a magnifying glass.
Right.
Where I was, we went we when it got to 0, we went shorts and tank top and walked around barefoot.
Yep.
When it got to the mid 60s in the summer, we were like, "It's so hot that we can't go outside because the mosquitoes are every freaking."
Turn on the air conditioning.
Oh
I
my
sent you
God.
something, Jorvin.
Summer in Alaska. Good. Okay. Bro. Oh. Let's get it. I did not get it. And I do not know why.
Because I sent probably the wrong person.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's good. That means that
Right.
to figure out what part of this went wrong.
Some relative of yours, GM, is like, "What are you talking about?"
No,
What-
no.
what
It's
planet?
just another GM for Cyberpunk Red. I accidentally sent it to. He's gonna be like, "What?"
What is this? What
This
planet?
doesn't feel to fit the cyberpunk vibe, but I'm down with it.
No, he actually likes Star Trek, so
Oh, that's good.
he probably he'd be like, "I just put sorry MT," so he'll understand.
Captain, I can't detect anything in the planetary system which causes this level of subspace interference. Could be another starship or something local on the planet itself.
If it's not natural, then it's certainly concerning. Very well, Commander.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, Captain, it could be another starship creating the interference.
Like I said,
Woohoo,
it's
just
concerning.
hold on.
Let's see if you can get a transmission burst through, Commander. See if we can get some answers ourselves.
Yes, Captain.
All right. Well, to break through the interference, this is going to be a control plus engineering, assisted by the ship's communications plus engineering. Difficulty 4.
Nice. I say,
Please excuse me, I'm chewing on something.
nice. I say, spend at your leisure. We got 3 momentum and only 8 threat. If you want 1, go for it.
I'm just reading something real quick. I would like to use my neural interface
Nice.
for this work as I'm tapping into the ship and rerouting
Cool.
power. GM, I don't know, other than maybe cybernetics. I don't know if I really have a focus here.
This is subspace
because
communications.
Yeah,
So it would be
I
a
don't think
focus.
I can get
Now,
it there.
you could. The way you describe it, the ship has what's called for 2E rules, a thing called reserve power. And essentially, how reserve power works currently, from what I've gathered, it acts like a point of determination. So when the ship assists, it automatically is considered that it rolled a 1.
Huh.
Is the idea here that instead of tapping the warp engines, it's tapping into the reserve power?
Yeah, you can, and you can use that if you want. That it will give that ship the extra success, the 2 automatic successes.
So no focus here, but the ship would get automatically 2 successes.
If you use the reserve power, but then it's gone. It doesn't come back until you do another test roll to get that back.
To get the reserve power back.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to turn to the captain and I'll say, Captain, I can do this activity by routing it through reserve power. And then I explain to the captain that once we do that, it will take time to regain reserve power. Would you like me to proceed?
It's what the reserve power is meant to be used for, Commander. Go ahead.
Thank you, Captain. So with that the case, GM, then what I'll do here is allowing the interface of computers. I'll use instead of the neural interface, I'll use cautious engineering, and I will buy a die with momentum.
Okay.
You can use the neural interface too, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason.
Oh, you can do both. Okay. I actually there was something I thought with the. I guess this is wrong. I thought there was a 2E rule that said you can only use one talent, but I was wrong.
No.
So I'll use both.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, good.
Keep in mind though, the cost does, if you're going to buy an extra dice, the dice cost goes up
because of.
Yeah, you're getting one free dice.
Okay, so I'll then eat 2 momentum.
Yeah. Oh well, wait. It's just a reroll. You just get a free reroll, right? Yeah.
But I have to buy a die with momentum in order to use cautious.
Yes, you do have to buy a die. So yeah, it won't go up. It's just you. Never mind.
So we're eating.
You would get 2 rerolls. No, you just eat one.
Okay.
You're getting 2. You actually get 2 rerolls.
Okay, yeah, one on your roll and one on the ship assist.
Got it. All right. So no focus. Using this is the new stuff, right? Using focus, using dedicated focus. So
like just be using focus. Well, if you're not, you don't. So dedicated focus is certain talents, even in 1E, have a thing where it doubles the focus range.
Yeah,
got it. That's what the dedicated focus means.
That's what the dedicated focus is there. Got it. So in this case, I don't think I'm using a focus here, right? Based on what we were talking about.
You don't.
Okay, do
it. You don't have a focus.
I don't have a focus, but I'm rolling 3 die, and complication range is still 1.
Yes.
So I think we're good. 2 successes plus we have.
Yeah,
we have the ship.
You don't need to worry about rolling the ship because you're using the reserve power.
Yeah, I'll keep it. So that's 4.
Yeah. You do have 2 rerolls. You can reroll the 19 if you want. But other than that is a success.
I'm going to keep it. I'll keep it as is.
All right. In a few moments on the view screen.
Captain, I was able to pierce the interference with the communication. Stand by.
It's very staticky, but a woman on the view screen appears. Starfleet, we could barely make you out.
Rithra III, this is the USS Navajo. We are en route to you. We have been having difficulty contacting you. Is there any problems with your transmission equipment?
It's not our transmission equipment. And it gets really staticky. A Ferengi marauder is in orbit. They have blockaded the planet. Please, hurry. And the transmission cuts out.
Those are your ups or tumbles.
Interesting. I'm curious to discover what a Ferengi marauder has to do with jamming the transmission of a Federation colony.
And blockading a Federation colony. That is an act of war.
And to clarify with the GM, is this a Federation colony or are they independent?
They're technically independent, even though they're Federation. Oh. They are technically Federation citizens. They're not really part of the Federation.
But there are Federation citizens.
They're colonists, so they came from Federation space. So essentially, they're kind of Federation citizens, but they've kind of given up their citizenship rights to become sort of an independent colony.
It is still a blatantly aggressive action.
Yeah, for sure. Still a big no-no.
It'd be interesting to know. Sorry, Captain.
And it'll be on us to teach them this lesson once we arrive. What were you about to say, Commander?
It is interesting that they would respond in this way. The Ferengi are not known for being this aggressive when it comes to any sort of dispute, unless it is, of course, over money.
I fully suspect they don't really see this as a dispute, but rather a lucrative business opportunity. Perhaps they weren't expecting an official Starfleet response so quickly.
It's very possible, Captain.
Helm ETA to the system?
8 hours, Captain.
Sorry, GM, could you repeat that?
8 hours, Captain. It's the trying to do pirate voice, but it's because the teller is. But not do the pirate voice. So, 8 hours, Captain.
Captain, we have some time. We could attempt to contact Ferengi ambassador with the Federation. We could do some quick investigating to see if it's an official ship in the system or if it's unregistered with the Ferengi Alliance.
I think that's a wonderful idea, Commander.
I'll see to it. Yeah, I'll just try to get a communication out, see if we can get, Ferengi ambassador on the line, see if they can figure out if this is if they know that there's a ship in the system, or if they're missing one, or see if there's anything weird going on.
I'm going to be honest. That's probably going to take weeks.
Oh, okay.
Because you're you're closer to the colony to be kind of instantaneous, but to DS9, you send a message to DS9, they might get it in a day or two. Because just how far
was that delayed? Oh my god! Okay.
Oh.
Because there's no subspace buoys out here.
Oh.
Yeah, this is sort of
should probably be dropping some behind us.
Yeah, I was gonna say that should definitely be a thing we're doing, especially if we're going to attempt to aid this frontier colony.
This is the Wild West of space. So,
all right.
There are subspace buoys, but they're not Starfleet subspace buoys. They're run by other independent, different cultures. So,
interesting. Alrighty, well, then I guess we just continue along.
Well, in 8 hours, ladies and gentlemen, it appears we'll have a very interesting conversation on our hands. I anticipate it won't be that complicated for us to just make it clear that this is our turf, as it were. But in case the Ferengi do need some convincing, I want the crew well rested, ready for any sort of tactical situation we may find ourselves in.
But, Captain, is it really our turf? It's not Federation space.
The Ferengi don't need to know that, Lieutenant.
While not technically Federation territory, these are former and perhaps even current Federation citizens. Blatant action by the Ferengi, in many cases, when there is equal force applied in the counter discussion, the Ferengi are known to often back down, I believe is the term.
It's possible. The Ferengi are cowardly by nature. They probably saw the colony as a weak and a tempting target.
Cowardly.
Should have dissuaded them of that.
cowardly could be an overgeneralization of them. Shrewd in many cases, yes. Highly intelligent when it comes to the realm of business and business dealing. But of course, again, these are generalizations. We might be coming across a completely different type of Ferengi ship and crew who have a different motive altogether. Again, all possibilities are there.
Well, certainly. Bruce is making the point that technically this isn't our territory.
That is correct.
This is our mission, however, and these people need our supplies. I fully intend to make this our problem, make this our territory, by whatever means necessary, and complete our mission, Lieutenant.
It is possible that the Ferengi are trying to take advantage of the situation. They may very well know that the colony is undergoing a massive plague at this point, and they know that they need these medical supplies. This is perhaps an attempt to, I believe the term is, shake them down for additional funds of some kind.
Or they know that a relief ship is should be on its way, and they're lying in wait for us.
That would be a poor decision on their part, considering the vessel that is coming to that planet.
I didn't say they made good plans.
By the way,
It is
just make sure the ship is ready in case the negotiations get a bit hairy.
Ship is at full power. We'll be able to transfer power to weapons and shields at your command.
I think everyone should try to get a couple hours of shut-eye before we arrive at the colony. We'll need our best on the bridge.
Alright, can we get there, Jam?
Yeah, I'll go make sure we got all the hazmat suits and stuff ready to go.
Yep.
But then I'll go take a nap.
We'll fast forward. I failed to upload a map.
Oh no.
Foundry,
Okay.
no.
I'll run a diagnostic for you, GM.
Give me 1 second. It won't take that long.
Is it a difficulty 1 roll?
Right, can we get momentum on this?
I mean, diagnostic would be difficulty 0, but there's no roll for it. Just saying. It's not the way it works. But all right. So, scene change. You arrive in system. Your sensors immediately pick up a Ferengi Marauder class starship in orbit around Rithra III. And upon arrival, you are immediately hailed by the Ferengi vessel.
I assume their ship is shields down, weapons down, so no need for us to be alarmed.
Their shields are up, but their weapons are offline.
Alright. That's fine. Helm, take us to all stop. Maintain condition green. Go ahead and then put the hail on green.
And on screen, a Ferengi peers up. Captain, I am Damon Grell. What business do you have here?
What an unexpected meeting, Damon Grell. I am Captain Azuria Knox of the Federation Starship Navajo. We are here to provide a supply delivery to the colony. May I ask what it is you and your vessel are doing here?
A business arrangement. Legal, of course. They have failed to pay upon their debts, and I'm here to enforce it.
Well, it certainly sounds unfortunate for them. I know it's none of our business, but may we, out of curiosity, inquire what sort of debts they owe you, Damon Grell?
Multiple debts for supplies for their colony that they have yet paid.
Interesting. Curious, is the nature of your business warranting this communications interference that my vessel has been detecting on our trip here? It isn't coming from your vessel, is it, Damon Grell?
It is. We are currently
why ever so?
we're blockading the planet. Till they pay, no one is allowed to leave or enter the colony.
I assume you mean no one from their population.
No one means no one, Captain.
I'm afraid I have to disagree, Damon Grell. I fully intend to complete my mission and land the supplies we were here to deliver. Your business with the colonists are your own, however, I don't believe any of my crew or the Federation owes you any debt.
But they do. If they want the supplies, then, well, you can
Then they're going
pay
to
their
get them,
debts.
because we are here to deliver them. I do wish you luck in your own endeavors, but our own endeavors will proceed uninhibited.
If you attempt to land any shuttlecraft or your starship, I will be forced to open fire upon it. And he cuts communication.
He openly threatened a Starfleet vessel on communication. He's a bold one, that one.
Remains to be seen whether he can back up such boldness, but I don't intend for us to flinch in the face of any upstart snarling Ferengi. Can we hail the colony from here, Commander?
I can attempt to pierce the interference again, Captain.
Give it a quick try.
GM, is this the same roll, or is this
no,
something I have to do again?
It's going to be a different role, but it's going to be more of a post task, so.
Okay. Joran is standing on his head now. I just saw the token flip.
He's flipped! Oh, did you edit that? He looks paler.
Oh, you got internet back?
You got power back.
Yeah, I redid his token for him.
Yeah, I guess the internet came back up a few minutes later.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I should probably...
You look pale. You should eat more. Here's some soup.
That's what he's supposed to look like.
Yeah, that's what he's supposed to. Yes.
Nice.
That's what he's supposed to look like.
All right, that's your roll. Sorry, what is this roll again?
Oh, 1 second.
Was I not supposed to see that roll? Sorry.
That's okay. Technically, I'm supposed to not, because I don't like these sheets, but... Alright, Difficulty's
Dang.
5.
Difficulty 5.
Yeah, that's about what their attributes and discipline is. So
I turn back to the captain and say, Captain, because we used the ship's reserve power this time, it will be much more difficult to pierce the interference. I might need additional time.
That's quite all right, Commander. You can let the reserve power recharge on its own. We are not quite so helpless with our own resources. Helm, keep us here at the edge of the system. I want an analysis of the situation before we commit to any action. Commander, Sciences Engineering, I want you to begin scanning the planet, look for their population centers, and begin propositions on an efficient distribution of our supplies with the shuttles and runabouts we have. Mr. Johnson, I'd like an analysis on the marauder that's facing us. See if their weapons can threaten us, and in what way, and what sort of countermeasures we have against them.
I can say right now, Captain, the Marauder is probably on equal footing with us in terms for weaponry.
How long can we sustain a direct bombardment from their weapons?
Roll that across your
Unclear, Captain. I think it will boil down to the crews of each ship.
Another thing you can do, you can go to a wood item.
All right, so we want to try to figure out where, or I guess scan to figure out where the people are on the planet?
Essentially, like, okay, that's a hospital, we probably need to deliver there. Oh,
Sure.
this is their capital, we probably need to deliver there, etc.
Yes. So
Or- yeah,
science would be able to identify those targets, and then engineering operations would be able to feed that information into the transporters, so that way when we're ready to beam down, they can beam down instantly.
Yeah, we still can't beam down the medical supplies, though.
No, but
Yeah.
the idea here is
Right.
if we target them specifically when we're ready,
Yeah.
it will be a very, very efficient beam down.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, we were preparing to send our runabout pilots down to these targets.
Or that. Sorry. Sorry, I thought you meant, beam down. Yes, we can do that too.
I just need to do a scanning roll. Just give me reason plus science, difficulty of 3. Assisted by the ship's.
Am I allowed to assist him with engineering?
How are you assisting?
I guess it was because of the order from the captain earlier. The captain was saying, "Science with engineering, please conduct this stuff." So, I probably
You can assist, but the assist roll will be a reason science roll.
reason science roll.
It's a reason size.
To give it
Sensor operations, the focus. Yes.
Yep, sensor operations for focus.
I just gain momentum from the third die.
May I use computers as my focus?
No. The ship is also assisting with sensor science.
I'm gonna, since I spent the momentum, I'm gonna no roll.
You want to roll for the ship? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not gonna get it.
I believe you were down to 1 momentum since there was a momentum spend. Currently that's 5, so you gain 2. Just need the ship.
Where's oh, there it is. I was trying to figure out where you hid the form task button.
Oh, I didn't hide it. They did.
They did.
Oh, I thought this was the one you did.
No. The one I did
Okay,
is
figured
much
out.
more prettier than this.
There's a long discussion about how he did all this stuff and then got wiped away.
Well, it didn't get
Let me
wiped
rephrase
away.
my-
It's just that it became redundant to continue
Yeah. Okay.
further progress. So that's an additional momentum. So you should
I
be
added-
at 5.
I added. Oh, at 5? I added it. I thought we were at 4. Sorry.
Yeah, you should be at a total of 5. Yeah.
Great.
There are currently there are 7. It looks your sisters. You read 7 different settlements. One primary big one, which you assume is probably their sort of capital. You're reading right around close to about 30,000 colonists of various species, primarily human.
Okay. Do we have any information on? Is there like one area where the virus is centralized, or is it?
That unfortunately you can't get from a scanning roll.
Gotcha.
The only thing I would give you is it appears that one of the settlements, at least on sensors, but this will be a momentum spend. Actually, no, it's a free question. I'll give it to you for a free question. There seems to be some makeshift shelters at one of the settlement areas.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are these settlements scattered throughout the planet's surface, or are they centralized, like around their landing sites?
That'd be for a moment. Well, they're scattered. They're kind of all within, like, they're all one major continent area. So
Yep.
they're mainly, like, they could be between 50 or to 200 kilometers away from each other, give or take.
Okay. On a planetary scale, that's still rather centralized. We're not talking they have
Yeah.
settlements on the other side
No, they
of
don't.
the entire
Yeah,
planet.
it's just
Okay.
they're mainly localized on one continent area, essentially the size of a state, like in the U.S. In a way. So,
Yeah. Cool. And I would assume this Ferengi vessel is in geosynchronous orbit right above that.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Alright. Well, scientists have gotten us a decent enough map, Commander. Could you take a look at this tactical plot with me? Is there any way we could possibly go to the other side of the planet, perhaps? Deploy our runabouts there and have them proceed into the atmosphere and continue their journey under cover? Or would they still be vulnerable to the Ferengi within the atmosphere if they decided to open fire?
It's
Could we ask that question to
right.
him?
Yeah.
It's a momentum spend.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'll take it down.
Ah,
Oh, sorry. I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
alright.
Yeah. Does the planet have any sort of rings or debris that we can use, or? Cool. I'll pop over to the console and we'll do some happy scans. I'll point at the screen. There's a rather numerous mountain range that is not too far away from our intended location. Perhaps it could be used to cover the runabout from its descent in once it's in atmosphere, but we'll have to obviously a runabout leaving the Navajo and heading down to the planet is not going to be very easy to hide from that marauder. If it's sitting here scanning us and keeping an eye out for people heading down to the planet, it will surely be looking for something of that nature.
Fair enough, Commander. I was hoping for some sort of atmospheric interference to perhaps jam their targeting sensors, but I have no intention of sending our flight crews down with a wing and a prayer, as it were.
Is it possible that we can use the Navajo, simply move it into a different orbital pattern? In doing so, try to launch a runabout and use the Navajo as a buffer
shield
to make it more difficult for them to notice what's going on. It's not foolproof, of course, but could help some if it comes down to it.
What I'm considering so far, everyone, is to make one last attempt at some sort of diplomacy with this this Ferengi captain. I don't know if we have any latinum on board, but we'll get to that. I want the commander's plan to be our last resort in case no sort of agreement can be reached. But does anyone else have any ideas so far? Any alternatives that we might be overlooking?
Captain, it is possible with the commander's plan we could potentially vent plasma from the warp nacelles as a way to cloak the vessels, the shuttlecraft, from going down to the planet. That's one possibility. The other one is something that I was thinking of when the Ferengi commander was hailing us. He did mention that they were here blockading the planet for debts not paid. This would suggest that the colonists were in league or dealing in some way with these Ferengi and have not paid their debts to them. Now, not knowing this Ferengi specifically, or this Ferengi captain and his ship specifically, it is a rather last resort for Ferengi to blockade a world that they are doing business with. This would suggest that these debts have gone quite some time without being paid.
Or do not exist.
It is possible that the Ferengi could be inventing this as an excuse, but how would that profit them?
If they're using the blockade as a means to blackmail the planet, there is profit.
Possibly. But I would think that the Ferengi would get more profit out of dealing with them and providing them with supplies. This is quite out in the frontier of space. It is difficult for colonists such as these to get supplies, so therefore working with the Ferengi would be logical.
Well, let's assume hypothetically that your original supposition is correct, Commander, that these colonists owe them big time. How do we use that to our advantage?
Well, it's certainly possible that the Federation could pay the debt, considering what the debt is, or work with the Ferengi to determine an acceptable sum right now that would allow them to at least lift the blockade so that we could deliver the medication.
Yes, certainly. That's what I was hoping to negotiate with the Ferengi captain. I don't suppose you know off the top of your head if we have any latinum on board.
I can check, Captain. One moment.
We would need some evidence, Captain, that the debt actually exists. We'll need to find a way to communicate with the colony to verify that they owe money.
I would concur with this opinion, Captain. While I do not think the Ferengi logically are inventing this story, it would be prudent to ask them if we could contact the colony so that way we could verify that the debt exists.
Does it make a difference one way or another? Whether we're paying a debt or paying a toll, if we can get through this blockade without any shots being fired, I think that would be my preferred solution.
it could be a way for the Ferengi to lift the communications blackout right now so that we could at least communicate with the colony. A bargaining position, Captain. That is what I'm suggesting.
Very well.
And out of character GM, do we have Latinum on board this ship?
No. It would only be if you have Latinum, it is your personal Latinum that your character has. Starfleet
My
uses
stash. My stash of Vulcan Latinum.
But it's Starfleet, so IOUs are good. That it's fine.
Captain, I've checked the cargo manifests on the vessel, and we do not have significant bulk Latinum, other than to essentially ask the crew what Latinum they have as a personal item.
Absolute nonsense. We won't be doing anything of that sort. What about our surplus supplies? Do we have any valuable machinery or equipment that we have on hand that we could spare, and that the Ferengi might be interested in?
There's significant equipment that we either have or that we could replicate that the Ferengi might be interested in, but that would of course depend upon what the Ferengi want. I could offer them my recipe on pomik soup, Captain.
Oh, I'll be sure to keep that up my sleeve. I'm certain that'll be quite the bargaining chip if I were to get a meeting with him.
Why have you not served this homemade soup to us before?
It's my understanding that Vulcan pomik soup is poisonous to Andorians.
Yeah, well, I still want to kind of try it, but that's all right.
I don't know if it would necessarily be authentic soup for you, Commander, though at a different time I could come up with some alternative recipe, perhaps reverse engineering the soup. Note to self. Reverse engineer pomik soup for Andorians.
Hey, GM.
You've put an engineering bug in his brain now, Commander.
Yeah.
Is it possible as a distraction to, say, push something through the deflector dish to temporarily blind the sensors? Kind of like interstellar flashbang. Just long enough to get the shuttles out.
I feel like that's a roll to kind of come up with that.
That does sound like a roll.
Are you saying that out loud as an idea for your character?
No, Jorvin is trying to think of something before he suggests it.
Give me a reason plus science roll. Difficulty 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you a momentum for a third die. Yeah, I don't think any of my foci apply here.
Our rolls tonight are fantastic.
Yeah.
Linking 2.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, that was rough. That's pretty unfortunate.
I'm so sorry. I should have shut my damn mouth.
The next one, we roll 3 comps, yeah.
My spider senses say the GM is typing.
I believe so.
He's making changes on the back end of Foundry so that our rolls will suck now.
Right. Force roll 20, force.
That would require me to shut down the server to do that, so no.
Oh, well, that's good. That means we're safer now.
But seeing what he's done to this Foundry module, I would not put it past his abilities.
I wonder if there is a module. Make their rolls suck.
I can look, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not mean and evil.
Hey, what's this module we're running here?
I sent you some information, so.
Captain, if I may,
Lieutenant?
if, as I think you humans like to call, if you're looking for a plan B, it's possible that I might be able to um, push a subsonic harmony wave out of the deflector dish. I'll need to modify the deflector array a little, but it'll blind the Ferengi sensors, but it will blind the shuttlecraft as well. It'd be like giving them a bright flash of light. It'll blind them long enough for our shuttle pilots, if they're good, and can do it without sensors, to get to the planet without being noticed.
That is a very interesting idea. It is possible to do that with the deflector dish. However, Captain, such an action the Ferengi could take as an attack.
Now we could claim it was an accident.
Could you combine this maneuver with your plan of venting the warp cells as well? Commander
Certainly we could time it at the same time, therefore claiming it as an accident. But, Captain, I do have to state that would be a lie. I'm not capable of telling a lie, sir.
I think most of our decision making will depend on how exactly negotiations go with the Ferengi, but if we do need to take drastic action, I want to be ready. Can you and Lieutenant Jorvin work with Mr. Garrel? See how your theories work on the holodeck. Make sure it all works out feasibly and make sure our pilots can still land on the surface safely even while blind.
I can put together the holodeck simulations from here, Captain.
Excellent. I want as many tricks as we can on the table before we have to resort to our ultimate fallback plan of using the Navajo itself as a physical shield for our pilots. But make no mistake, no matter what happens, we will be landing those supplies.
Out of character, by the way, the captain's Betazoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I think Jorvin referred to her as human, which is why I was. I was thinking the same thing too. I'm like, wait a minute, have I been wrong this whole time?
Right.
When did he refer to me as human?
He said by you. He said you humans refer to, and it was that.
So you just drop the word "you" out of it. There you go.
Yeah.
The only human senior staff officer I think you have is Vogel. So
yeah.
Good for us.
Johansson, her right here, the security person, is human as well.
She's not really senior staff, so.
Yeah. We have 2 Tellarites on the bridge. This is amazing.
It's beautiful. I love Tellarites. Alright, so I guess we're going to try making some sort of deal with them first.
If no one else has any ideas.
I think that's the most direct route, and the one that is, I think, the most likely to avoid conflict. So if we can do that, I think that's best.
Ferengi culture also tends to respond better to deal making rather than force.
Yeah. So this, we're playing into their hand, but let's make sure they don't somehow try to take advantage of us or rip us off.
It's our hand as well. There's scarcely better diplomats in the Alpha Quadrant than the Federation. Helm, why don't you go ahead and take us deeper within the system at 1/4 impulse and hail the Ferengi vessel? I want to at least show that we're starting to get started, whether you decide to pick up the phone or not.
On screen appears the daemon. How can I be of assistance to you?
Daemon Grell, I simply wanted to inform you that my ship and I will be beginning our mission at this moment. But I wanted to also inquire whether or not some sort of amicable arrangement could be made to negotiate access for my shuttles to the planet's surface.
And
Something like that sounded possible to you.
and what do you have to offer to me to pay this toll?
The first thing that comes to mind is the debt you mentioned that these colonists have towards you, Damon Grell. Can we know more about the nature of the debt?
And what do you wish to know more about the debt?
What do they owe you? Platinum? Supplies?
Platinum.
How much are we talking?
Several thousand bars.
Quite a sum, Damon Grell. Whatever could they have been purchasing from you to warrant that much of a accrued debt?
Supplies, medical equipment.
Ooh.
The list is endless. If you wish, I will send over the contract that we signed with the colony and a list of things that they've purchased from us. I am a legitimate businessman after all.
Of that I have no doubt. Could we be allowed access to contacting the colony leader as well, so they can corroborate the list that you send us? We want to make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, naturally.
Give me a persuasion, or, sorry. Give me a persuasion, no. Give me a presence plus command opposed.
Diplomacy focus?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Using focus.
Uh,
I'll take a mo.
I'm gonna roll
Do you want to
first.
roll first, or?
Yeah, I have to roll first because he's technically defending.
It's opposed.
It's all right. We got plenty of momentum, and
Your difficulty is 4.
I'll take a momentum. Do people want me to try and force this? I'm not sure it's... I mean, we have momentum to spare, but
yeah, I mean,
I don't mind failing this that much.
I say if you want to take another one, go for it.
Take it.
4 die, yeah.
Take it.
Alright.
So 3 momentum.
Correct. And here we go.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Get 1 back. I will allow you to communicate with the governor. However, we will be monitoring your communications. Is that
Naturally.
agreeable?
Of course, Damon Grell. I'm sure you'll come to know me as a legitimate negotiator as much as you are as legitimate businessman. Hell, can we go ahead and open a channel to the planet's surface? Or ops?
Beep beep de bop de beep bop.
Thank God that you arrived, Captain. I am Governor Selena Torvik, leader of the colony here on Rithra III.
I'm just glad we can finally speak a bit more easily now, Governor. We've been in communication with with your guests that are in orbit on your colony world. Is it true what they're telling us about apparent debt your people owe them?
As he claims, however, what he refers to debt, I call extortion.
Hmm. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
The equipment that we got in exchange with the contracts, let's just say it's, well, barely passes as, well, decent equipment. Most of the time we end up fixing it ourselves. And when we ask for parts to replace the equipment, well, it just causes even more trouble. Let's just say, and ever since we've gotten into an agreement with him, our trade with other cultures has dwindled to non-existent.
I see. Do you happen to have any sort of written arrangements with Daemon Grell, some sort of contract?
We do.
Any? I think it would be useful if we had a copy, Governor.
I will have it sent to you, assuming that it will get past the blockade.
Good. Now, what of the status of your people? Has the plague been progressing? I hope it's not become even more urgent.
I'm not going to lie, we've already lost a couple thousand of the colonists to the plague.
By the goddess.
So far, we've managed to contain the spread by isolating the different settlements. Most of the refugees are isolated to one of the colonies in the northern section. The actual settlement itself, there's barely anyone living there. However, that colony was instrumental with sort of our farming. A lot of our advanced hydroponic farms were located there, and it will be a very hard winter for us, given that the farm is now out of operation.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Governor. This Daemon seems to be quite obstinate in his intent to blockade your colony. I intend to try negotiations with him, but it could be you could be facing some delay before we're able to land our supplies. Do you think your quarantines will hold? Is the situation at least stable?
It is stable from what my essentially my chief medical officer tells me.
Very well. We'll be doing whatever we can here to get the Federation supplies down to your people as soon as we can. Is there anything else you can tell us, however, that might be of assistance? We're not sure if we might be able to get in contact with you again in the near future.
The sooner we get those antiviral treatments, the sooner it would help our citizens recover. Far as what I'm told is we won't be able to formulate a cure, but the antiviral treatments that we did have were effective in helping the population get over some of it. But since we've had so little of it, it's very difficult to combat this disease.
I understand. Clearly the Daemon intends to cut us off quite soon. Azuri will look over her shoulders. Does anyone else have any questions for the Governor?
Nothing that is pertinent at this time. I think we need to handle negotiations with Damon as quick as possible so we can begin assisting them.
Captain, I'm not sure that the agreement would allow it between the colonists and the Ferengi, but it is possible for us to replicate the equipment that the Ferengi gave them and return it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not typically how Ferengi operate business, but it is a possibility.
We'll see about the feasibility of that, Commander. Governor, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Governor, for now, just continue to sit tight. We will be working here in orbit, so keep your people ready to receive our shuttles in case we do need to, in case we do arrive without being able to communicate with you.
Understood. The Central Plaza would be the best place to land. We should be able to distribute the medical supplies ourselves to the areas that are needed.
Very good. That'll be our target then if we were to land. Blessings of Reeks be with you, Governor.
Good luck, Navajo.
Go ahead and end the transmission, then turn back to Solak. What were you about to say, Commander?
Just a thought, Captain. The Ferengi seem to be operating almost as if they are a criminal enterprise. The governor talks about extortion. It seems to suggest that the Ferengi are eliminating competition in terms of trade with the colony, therefore forcing the colony to only work with them, providing them substandard equipment that requires significant maintenance. Now, for the equipment that they have right now, once we are able to get to the planet, we would be able to potentially repair it and provide them with suitable parts. But that does not solve the problem. Even if we are to negotiate with these Ferengi and settle the debt, they will continue to effectively starve this colony and make them totally reliant upon Ferengi trade.
At the conclusion of this mission, Commander, I certainly intend to contact Starfleet and see what we can do, what would be within our power to do here to ensure the colony's continued self-sufficiency. But do you have something in mind right now that you wanted to suggest?
If the governor and the colony as an extension were convinced to become more official with Federation partnership, then it would become much more of an issue if the Marauder intends to continue blockading them.
That is where I was leading this conversation, Commander. Yes. It would suggest here that this colony needs additional support. Otherwise, they will be right back under the mercy of these Ferengi. And when another situation comes around, they will not have a starship like ours conveniently showing up with medical supplies.
I certainly sympathize with your meetings, Commander.
In the meantime, the situation at hand is we either find some sort of amicable solution with the Romulans, or we are initiating one of the landing plans that we came up with.
For now, I do intend to call back the daemon, as it were. But what we do have in our possession is apparently some sort of written contract. Is there anyone who's decent at legalese willing to go over this contract and see if we can find any sort of loophole that we can use to force the daemon's hand?
I'm an engineer, not a lawyer, damn it. I didn't say that, by the way. That's just me joking.
I can perhaps... I'm more adept at crime analytics, but I could attempt to look through it and see if anything sticks out.
Crime analytics might be relevant in this conversation, Commander, especially when looking at a Ferengi contract.
It's certainly worth a quick look, just to see if we have any other weapons up our sleeve, as it were. Why don't you and I head to, or retire to my ready room, Commander, and see what we can glean. Helm, just keep us going nice and slow and let and contact me immediately if the daemon does any.
Cool. How big is this this trade agreement?
It is lengthy, actually.
Filled with
I mean,
all the fine print.
yes, filled with a bunch of things on it.
Right.
Probably about 50 pages worth of things. So while I did not write out this contract for you guys to read.
No.
I would hope not.
What?
Yeah.
I am not
How
that
dare
crazy.
you?
What the hell kind of GM are you?
But to go over just the gist of the contract, this will be a reason plus con difficulty of 2.
Instead of the gist of the contracts, what if we just roll for a task to see if there's any sort of,
That'd be an extended task.
which would be... Can we do that?
Yeah. How long of an extended task are we talking?
Just thinking subsection 6, paragraph 5, line
Right.
52,
Right, yeah, exactly.
word 127 specifically states.
Yeah. It's Ferengi for haha, gotcha.
I believe that is Ferengi for stucker.
Yeah.
So...
Well, this will be essentially to go through it. Be a reason plus con difficulty of 4 to start out with.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I guess I can do that.
I'll take investigation as a focus.
Yeah, copy. Let's see if I have any.
You can have 1 assist. Any other assist will cost the momentum.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
And the ship will be no help, just so you know.
Right. So you said.
And this task is specifically to just read it?
To essentially go over it and read and find all the lovely hidden things inside of it.
Okay.
Gotcha. Would you maybe I can convince you of security? Looking for the more specific kind of extortionary clauses and stuff.
Can I take the lead, actually? I want to use a value.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
GM, would you accept the value of Daughter of the 8th House
No.
to suggest that I am a trained, not a Starfleet officer, but a official of my people? I know how to go over documents. I know how to manage deals. I have been trained to look across the table at an opposing ambassador and be like, wait, you said something else. That's a loophole. Gotcha.
This is more like a business type deal, so I'm probably gonna say no, but I would take mission directive for this. Because your mission directive is to essentially get the medicine supplies. So I would accept the mission directive for a focus, or for a value spend for using determination.
Then Commander Cavall can do it. if he chooses.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not super great. My con is 3, reason's 9, so 12 is acceptable. Yeah, I'll do the mission directive value then, I guess, unless you would take mine, which is still something to prove. I think would probably be the.
No.
Alrighty, then sure, we'll do the.
So you don't. It's only if you want to.
No, I think we definitely want to do this. So value, focus, yes. So how does it work now? I click determination value, and it's. Do I still do the total number of dice in the pool that I want, or one
No.
less?
So it would be one less.
Okay.
They didn't update the dice roller, just so you know.
Okay.
For 2E.
Gotcha. So then I'll do 1 momentum for a third die.
Okay,
So I'll keep it at number of dice in the pool 2.
Yeah, and then just select
And then-
determination spend.
Gotcha. And then I guess Cap, you will be assisting me. So then let's see what happens. Wow.
Pretty cool. What was it? Reason con?
Yeah.
Well,
I will take that as threat.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so your con score, what's your con score? 2?
Who?
Yeah.
Mine?
3 was
The
his.
primary.
Yeah, 3 is mine.
3.
3
okay.
is mine.
So currently you're doing 3 work. Or sorry, 2 work, because there is a resistance of 1.
Okay.
So you do need to get the magnitude's actually 4. So currently that's not really breakthroughs work differently, but you're not at the breakthrough quality yet. If you want to add more work to it, I believe it's 2 moment. It might be 2 momentum.
For 1?
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Oh my god.
Because I'm basing it off of. Because Aster is 2 momentum. I'm going to use the 1E for right now, so it'll be 1 momentum per work, just until we get the official rules on that, because it might end up being 2. I have a sneaky feeling it's going to be 2.
Gotcha.
Extra
Okay.
work.
So is it currently 2 momentum for 2 work, and that would finish it off?
No. You have 16 work to do on this. You've only done 2. You have to get up to, it's 16 work. And you do have to finish the
Oh, I
work
thought you said.
track.
So okay.
You're only,
How long
you've
is
only,
this going to take?
It could take, it's several dice roll. It could take you a while.
Right, dice roll, but I mean like narrative time.
Narrative time, this will take a couple hours, and I'm going to kind of switch between different crews doing different things. I believe
Okay, gotcha.
the engineer and the science officer are working on a way to their plan to get the shuttlecraft down without being seen. So we'll,
Gotcha. Okay,
we'll
copy.
be working on that too.
Okay, cool.
So you need to accomplish 16 work. There's no more magnitude or anything?
There is magnitude, but each time there's breakthroughs at different intervals that are set. They're not. It's not like, oh, I just did like 4 or 5 work. They're set by me when the breakthroughs are, and that's when the things kick in, the bonuses and stuff. Right now, you haven't kicked in. It hasn't kicked in yet because you've only done 2 work.
Okie dokie. All right, then I guess I don't know if I guess we'll just keep plunking away. I don't think there's any point in continuing to spend momentum on this when I can spend momentum to get more die to get more successes. So that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have spent a value.
Right. Exactly. I didn't know. I thought that this wasn't an extended task. I thought this was just a 1 roll.
Yeah.
For this.
I said it was an extended task. Because originally it was the 1 roll to go over just what the document is, and that was just a difficulty 2 roll. just like the bear, like kind of scratching the surface of it.
There was a miscommunication somewhere. I also thought the extended task was brought up and then discarded.
Yeah, that's what I thought as
No,
well. 'cause
I
we
didn't
asked about
discard
how
it.
long. Gotcha. We asked about how long the extended task was going to take, and we didn't.
And then we didn't get an answer, and then
So
you just said
we-
difficulty 4.
Yeah, so we both were just under the impression that it was just a singular
Normal.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
that's exactly what
it
happened.
wasn't.
Yeah. Okay, well then, completely screwed the pooch on that one, gentlemen. So that was awful. All right, then sure. I guess let me know when you want me to do another roll.
Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the other group.
Alrighty.
So this will be another extended task. As you guys are kind of working through in the holodeck, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're simulating essentially on the holodeck what would need to happen in order for them to land.
Right. So let's go over trying to. So exactly, you're going to combine venting the warp plasma with making modifications to the deflector wing, correct?
Yeah, the idea here is that it happens simultaneously, so that way Joran's idea essentially blinds them, and when they respond, "What are you doing?" we can respond with, "There's been an emergency on the ship, and that's what caused it."
And then you're going to have your pilots kind of simulate trying to land the runabouts.
While the venting is happening and the pulse is being shot from the ship.
Okay.
I want to make it clear. Azuria would have done her best to communicate that you can try making it deceptive if you like, but this may be our last resort. She's fully willing to flip the Ferengi the bird and say, "We're doing this. Here, eat our flashbang."
Mhm.
Like, if necessary, if the deception is not a requirement.
Yeah, that was clear.
Yeah.
We endeavor to provide the captain with all possibilities.
Neato.
Plus, if we can pull it off to make it so that we can claim it's an accident, then it doesn't become an act of war against the Ferengi.
Yeah, that's the idea. Or the captain could just decide, screw it, we're attacking the Ferengi. That's the captain's prerogative.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of what to make the roll here. Because this is an impromptu extended task. I want to make this a difficulty 3, work 13 with a resistance of 1. Let's go with essentially you're just kind of analyzing the data to make sure to see what's efficient. So reason, let's go, I guess, reason science for the role. Since you're kind of studying the effects of what the Ferengi vessel will do. That or it'd be reason security.
Since we're studying, you take research as a focus.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with how extended tasks work in 2E.
Just roll, and then it's whatever the primary discipline is of the primary roller is how much work gets done.
Okay, so it's just however many dice I choose, how many successes I get becomes how much work's done.
No, it's your discipline score. So since science is the primary roll, it's 4. You'll be doing 4 work. That's how it works.
Okay, so then I forgot, what was the difficulty, sir?
Difficulty is 3.
Okay. Then unless there are objections, I'm going to spend 3 momentum to get 2 extra dice.
I do not object.
You can always give me threat.
I could, but I'm not.
Mhm.
What's the
He's
difference between
dealing-
a focus and a, what's the difference between a focus and a dedicated?
You have to have a talent. The dedicated focus doubles the focus range. So if you have
Oh,
like
okay.
so 4 is so instead of being 4 to 1, it's 8 to 1.
Okay, so all right, I get it. Okay.
It's a
so
talent, just so you know.
I feel like Joe Pesci. Okay. Well, I don't since my as long as I just get it, there's no point in re-rolling for extra successes because if I
You
get it,
get
it's automatic.
momentum.
Yeah, I just spent a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll the 16.
And you do have the 1 assist with it, so
Ooh.
see, gain 2 momentum.
And then is the assist from me?
Yeah, and which would be reason science.
Reason science. Testing a theory
It would not apply.
wouldn't apply. I'm just I was just checking it real quick.
You're also not the primary roller, so
That's right. That's right.
do you wish to do any extra work? Spend momentum? Or leave it sit there?
No, because I kind of with the difficulty 3, I kind of need the momentum for extra dice.
Okay. So you set up the simulation. Everything looks good through the preliminary stuff. And as expected, the shuttlecraft, as they're trying to enter the atmosphere, are blinded as well. At least for their sensor data, and the pilots are having to find the fly manually, which is proving to be a challenge for them. We will go back to the others as they're looking over this lovely Ferengi contract that is probably splitting hairs.
No, I'm asking.
But yeah, reason cons.
So hold on. So you said we would have completed 3 work, right?
2, because the resistance is
Why?
1. Resistance,
Oh, the
is
resistance is
1.
1.
Yes.
Can we call Ensign Geralt to help us?
Yeah, get more eyes on this. Agreed.
I mean, apparently our helmsman is good at going over contracts. So
Right. No focus, but his numbers better.
Yeah, you can activate a supporting character. Keep in mind, you only have 1 assist unless you wish to spend a momentum.
I don't.
no, it's fine as long as he leads. That means his 4 will be the work done. We can assist him with 1 momentum each. It's better than him buying.
Also,
Dice.
this would be his second activation. You can give him a focus.
Nice. Focus in your stellar politics. Like, what do we? I don't know. What's he
I don't
going
know.
for?
I don't. We could also tap Madzakul if it seems more appropriate for her reason. Is actually better.
Yeah, I don't think we've activated her yet, so that could be good.
Oh yeah, then yeah.
Yeah, why don't we activate her? And then we'll say she was activated. First activation, 7, 8, 24. Yeah, why don't we get her in there? She's better at con than I am. Yeah, I agree. I think this is weirdly enough our best way to do this. I agree.
There is a command focus in law. And negotiation is another one. In terms of like focuses that are like in the command book.
Yeah.
Sure.
Diplomacy, law, cultural studies, negotiation, I would think is probably the closest one that I can think of.
Yeah,
Character as a deal maker, finding mutual advantage. Yeah. So that would be one. Like they're good at.
Oh, she doesn't get a focus because it is her
Right.
first activation.
It's her
No,
first
you just mentioned like a focus for this.
Right.
And I was just looking it up real quick
Yeah,
as to what it would be.
We definitely need to start like trying to plan for
Who these guys
activating
are.
supporting
Yeah.
characters and giving them foci that we are lacking. I think that's definitely something we should start thinking about. But yeah, why don't we let her take the lead, I guess, and then we'll assist.
You get one free assist, and if someone else,
Yeah.
you have to spend one momentum.
So she can buy one momentum or one dice with one momentum, and then assist can go for free for another dice, and then a second assist can come with one more momentum.
Yes.
That seems quite optimal.
Yeah, I would agree. It's way better than us trying to do it ourselves. Yeah, I say let's do it that way.
Yep. That's 2 momentum for 2 extra dice, essentially, instead of 3.
Yeah.
Oh. So who wants to roll? Somebody wants to take up Mazakul roll.
I'll do it.
Nice. You've been doing great.
I should have kept my mouth shut earlier.
No, you said that earlier. We're still doing okay, so maybe you're our good luck charm.
You're right. This is Mazakul the Trill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ground navigator. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to be the primary on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are giving her momentum, so she's got a third die.
Okay. And what is the roll here, GM? Con and
Reason con, difficulty 4.
Reason con, difficulty 4. She has no focus. And she's been given an extra die, right? So 3 die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling.
Yo, you're absolutely cracked.
And then you can hit the free.
Copy. And I do have a focus. Oops, sorry, I only meant to roll the first one.
I'll take
10.
the first dice.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Do we want to spend 1 momentum for another assist, or leave it at that?
So far, you just get you succeed. You're down 1 momentum. So you should be at 2 momentum currently.
Yeah, I don't think crit fishing makes sense. So
yeah, I agree. I think if we hit, then we hit, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 3 work done.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
How many total?
So we're at 5 of 16 currently.
5 of 16?
Yep. That's a breakthrough because you passed the first threshold. So difficulty goes down 1. At least that's what I'm assuming. That could all change.
Right.
When the book comes out. I am still combining 1E rule and what I know of extended tasks, how they work from the blog post.
Right.
Just FYI for people who are listening to this. This may not be how extended tasks are actually fully done. But we are.
It might be even better than what they do.
All right. So to give the background of this contract, the colony contract is essentially was negotiated between Grell himself and another man named Zarek, who, on behalf of the colony, with the governor's permission, because it is signed by the governor as well, along with Grell and this other individual named Zarek. Which he's listed as a merchant at the colony. The terms of the contract are heavily skewed in the favor of the Ferengi, with exorbitant interest rates and penalties. However, most of where you can find that these are actually cleverly designed in the contract's fine print so far, and complex legalese.
Mm-hmm.
As expected.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Alright, let's keep
Uh,
going.
Grell also included a hidden clause that essentially allows for arbitrary changes to the debt amount based on Grell's subject evaluation of the colony's economic situation.
Well, of course, what sort of contract doesn't come with one of those, right?
Right.
But we will, as you find out that little bit of information, we will head over to back to the shuttle.
All right.
So yeah, this will be a recent science difficulty 3.
Nice.
All right. Oh, look at that. My momentum went down. I guess this time I'm gonna have to add to the momentum pool or the threat pool. So, I'll spend both momentum and give you one threat. So I get extra 3 dice. Ooh. I'll go ahead and reroll the 19. Just hoping I don't get make a worse roll. I get 1 back.
Do you get 1 back? Any assists?
Yeah, I'll assist him. Reason and science.
Yep. So yeah, that is currently 3 work, which that is enough for you passing the threshold of getting that 1 breakthrough, and drops the difficulty down to 2. Your shuttle pilots make some progress. During some of the simulations, they had some severe rough landings and actually damaged the shuttlecraft, making it hard to depart. Start the runabout to sort of get back to the Navajo. Another one, you found that the Ferengi were quickly able to open fire upon the runabout after your blinding, so you're making adjustments at least to make or up the aperture of how long they would stay blind for.
Yeah.
And I think we'll go back to the other extended task now, reading more into the contract.
Let's do it.
So this will be a recent con, difficulty 3.
Take us away, Magsta. Madza.
Corner up here real quick. Where are you, Mads? Did you want additional die here and stuff like that before?
I think it makes sense.
So recent con, difficulty 3, additional die, 1 momentum go. There was no focus last time, right, GM? Because we're looking through a contract. I feel like I'm at my day job. I'm kidding. I did have to look through contracts at a job I had a long time.
So yeah, it'd be 1. Difficulty 3. So
Difficulty 3, rolling 3 die without a focus.
spent the momentum.
Yeah.
Hopefully your assist will help you.
Who's assisting me this time?
Kaval go AFK?
Did we lose it?
He's muted. Maybe he went AFK.
Yeah. No, he's off. Is he off? Discord?
No, he's not on Discord.
No.
There, I see him. Yeah.
He's just muted.
Just muted. He just stepped away for a second.
If the captain wants to assist, Captain, go ahead.
I suppose let's do it. Will be the free assist. I have cultural studies, diplomacy,
I'll take cultural studies.
and here, focus on. Here's the roll. Nope, nothing there. It's all down to Kaval.
Great. When he comes back, we can put all the pressure on him.
It's either just the roll can fail and you go back to the shuttle.
Can't fail?
Well, if this roll in particular fails.
No, I know. I'm just.
Yeah.
It's your
He's
roll.
here.
It's your roll, Caval.
Oh, copy.
You should spend a momentum.
Yeah.
Well, no,
One
it's
more.
because the assist.
Yeah, because I'm the second assist, right?
Yeah.
So yes.
So are we down to 1? Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh,
That gets it.
Well, nice.
That's 3 work. That is your second breakthrough.
Oh,
Cool.
So now difficult goes down to 2.
Nice.
Looking further into the contract, after several shipments, the colony received goods that were substandard or unnecessary. The colony, there is dispute stuff within these shipments. Grell claimed that the dispute activity penalty caused drastically increased the debt.
You said they got stuff that was below standard or completely unnecessary?
The received goods were substandard or unnecessary on several of the shipments that they received. And the colony attempted to dispute these shipments. And result, Grell claimed the disputed activities clause, the penalty clause, drastically increased the debt.
Wow. Okay.
so because they disputed it, that increased the debt.
Yes. It's a real scumbag, right?
that's on the colonists. Like,
Right, they gotta read their stuff better. Keep your mouth shut.
There is a clause in there that you uncovered that Zarak also received kickbacks from Grell for his cooperation in helping persuade the colony's administration to continue the trade despite the dubious terms. He assured that the Ferengis' demands were negotiable and could be deferred. And as such, the colony deferred the debt.
interesting. Okay. Let's move on.
All right, back to the shuttle crew. Difficulty 2, Reason Con.
Reason
Sorry,
con.
Reason Science. I'm getting
Reason
confused. It's okay.
Well, I'm not. I wasn't going to argue with it because we're talking about shuttlecraft landing.
I know.
and stuff like
I really was trying to think, like, man, should it make this science or con again? It's like, I'll make it science. I'll be nice.
Thank you.
So yeah, Reason Science, difficulty 2.
Oh.
Wow, crushed.
Wow.
Assuming you
Very
bought a
nice.
dice.
On a roll.
So I'm assuming you bought a dice. So
Yeah.
that's 3 momentum gained, and then whatever the assist gets.
Okay. This doesn't matter.
Well, that is a breakthrough anyway.
Yeah.
So it puts you at Mag 2. Difficult goes down to 1. Making the slight adjustments, but due to those adjustments, the runabouts, a couple of them started crashing onto the planet's surface, or at least making hard landings, creating a sort of problem getting the medical supplies down. Your adjustments need to continue to make refinement adjustments to your essentially deflector modifications and ensure that the runabouts have enough time to where their sensors come back online so that they can have a safe landing.
I don't think the captain would find crash landings to be very acceptable, Jorvan. He's muted, so.
Yeah. by all means, feel free to roleplay during these extended tasks.
Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. Must have automatically did it when I had to answer the phone. That's why this is a work in progress, Commander.
We shall endeavor to improve these simulations.
I will improve my modeling. It was a good idea on your part for us to simulate this in here, without rather than just try it in action.
Thank you, Lieutenant. It is, with time on our hands in this regard, it is logical for us to try and simulate before putting things into action that we have not tried.
Sure. Well, there are uses for logic, I suppose.
There are several uses for logic.
But sometimes you just have to feel your way through.
I'm not quite sure I understand or agree with that.
Well, I mean, I have to feel my way through everything.
Yes, that is what you do with you and your culture and with your familiarity and what you are comfortable with. It is not necessarily the best basis to engage in a highly risky and very dangerous mission as we are attempting to simulate right now.
Sure.
But if what you're referring to is the need to improvise within the moment when all things don't go according to plan, if that's what you mean by feeling your way through it, I would agree with that.
Sometimes improvisation is necessary.
Very logical of you.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, Commander.
I lift my eyebrow and I lower it and I get back to work.
All right, back over to the contract. This will be a Reason Con, difficulty 2.
Captain, I'm starting to discover that this Grell is less of an honest businessman than he may have led us to believe.
Well, you have to remember, Commander, we're dealing with Ferengi standards, not our own. It's all a matter of perspective when handling different cultures.
Of course. Hopefully we can convince Governor Torvik to make her work with the Federation more official after this. I would like to hope that our trade deals are more effective than the ones that she's been given.
You would think.
We'll have to see.
Let's go, Mother Cool! Get 74 successes.
Yep, Reason plus Con, diff 2.
Gotta
You
hear
know, navigating a contract isn't that much different from navigating harsh terrain. All my survivalist classes in the Starfleet really prepared me to.
Hadn't really thought of it that way, sir, but I guess it makes sense.
We are in space. Will astronavigation work?
Are you wanting her to buy a die with momentum?
Yes.
Yeah. We're only at diff 2, but if we can get a lot of this back, that would be great.
3 die without a focus.
There's the 20. You succeed. There's a complication.
Well, I still get a free.
Yeah, might as well throw
get
that.
assist.
Yeah, I get a free assist, so maybe I'll do good here.
All right. Get the momentum back.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using that momentum to roll another assist, or is that just
No, we're good.
No, yeah, we're fine.
You find on the actual contract that there are several documents The records showing that the colony agreed to essentially some new terms during their disputes. These terms they seem really inflated, but they look legit on the surface.
Alrighty. So it looks legit on the surface?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's our total work count right now?
12.
Copy. Okay.
4 left to go. So you're gonna have to do it'd be 2 rolls before you get the last
Yeah.
bit of information.
Yeah.
Unless you want to spend momentum to add extra work done.
No, I don't think we need to. I mean, the other
What do we
team's
have?
still working. We're at 12 of 16 right now.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Back over to the shuttle crew. The shuttle research. Give me it's a reason plus science difficulty of 1.
Okay. Still gonna give you a mention for like,
Spending a momentum.
yes, sir.
Get it back plus 1. And so, all right. Gain 4 momentum. So I guess that caps you, huh?
It does. Cool.
Yeah.
It does.
Do you want to spend a momentum to finish the work track and get
Yeah.
your final breakdown?
What's our work track at right now?
12 out of 13.
If we spend momentum, that just finishes the work track?
Yeah.
Right.
Then we'd be done.
Captain, are you okay with that? We spend 1 momentum to finish the work track?
Okay.
Yeah.
We will do that.
All right.
You guys we have a ton. Yeah.
You have successfully you've narrowed it down to what you need to modulate the deflectors to. As the final adjustments, you're able to, very narrowly for your runabout pilots, will be able to get the runabout down at the target location safely without too much damage to the runabout and the cargo surviving intact.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. Could we, and with the group's approval, could we spend 2 momentum to create an advantage that we can pre-program a lot of the flight information into the shuttle's computers to lower the difficulty?
That's part of the whole extended task. Is to essentially it's just going to be a roll for the shuttle pilots, and then you just make a roll to modify the deflectors, and then that'll be it.
Gosh.
So
remember. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's not going to be like a difficulty 4. No, the shuttle pilots it'll be a difficulty 2 for them to.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
And remember, the captain might not even want to go with this option.
Yeah.
But I put into the Discord chat right there what we do in the simulation room once we finish our work.
Yeah, well, speaking of Holton doing that.
Big high five there. Well done.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I like to imagine you go into the holodeck, actually turn on so that there's water. Like you really commit to the bit. Like,
but he's completely emotionless about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
just jumps up and does it.
Completely.
This ritual is very interesting.
Yeah.
While the captain's AFK, I just want to ask, how's everyone looking on time?
I'm okay to go for another 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm in the same.
Cool.
Jorvin, you good?
guess we can go ahead and just do the roll. Hopefully the captain will be back time we finish it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing the free assists, so.
Yeah.
Right, I'll do her again. I take
Yeah.
it you want to buy another die with momentum?
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, reason con diff 1.
Reason con, difficulty 1, 3 die, no focus. My rolls are running dry here, Commander.
Slowing down, that's all right.
I'm slowing down. Oh,
Hey! Oh, there you go.
Get the momentum back +1. You have 1 work left. Do you wish
All
to
right, let's spend the momentum to finish it off then.
all right, down to 4.
Alright, and you guys complete this.
Our timing was impeccable. We're in sync.
Look at that time there. That's great.
Did both tasks finish at the same time?
Yeah.
We did, Captain.
They spent
That's
momentum to finish the last bit of both, so.
pretty good.
Cool. All right, what do we got?
We got free brownies in the mess hall. That's what we got.
Nice.
There is a legal cause in there that essentially makes Grell the sole provider for the essentially supplies that the colony needs within the contract. You surmise that this is very dubious activity, and actually there are several fraudulent things that can be made. That a lot of these debts are illegitimate, based on the colony and the business they've done. That the debt isn't what it seems to be, and that he doesn't really have grounds, at least, for holding this blockade. There are potentially other issues at hand, but at least in terms for the contract goes, there seems to be some fraud there.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So there are
We have a leg to stand
plenty
on.
of evidence of fraudulent and illegitimate things in the contract. And can we also surmise this would be frowned upon by Ferengi higher-ups?
You could assume.
I guess that's another thing. Is this ship, flying official like Ferengi Alliance colors? Like can we?
Yeah, it is part of the Ferengi Alliance.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. What is the ship's name? Do we know? Sorry.
The USS Goldman Sachs. No, sorry.
Right, El Dorado.
It is the Internal Profit.
Eternal Profit?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of profit.
Yeah. Is there a roll we can make to determine? I just want to confirm if the Ferengi Alliance would be not cool with them, kind of pushing their this illegitimate kind of trade thing on a colony that, while not technically aligned with the Federation, is something that we would oversee passively at least. Is that a roll or a momentum to?
I won't make you roll for it. You could assume that, but I'm gonna tell you now, it's not. I'm not gonna give you like a solid answer on it. That's
okay.
I'll put it this way: many Ferengi act differently among, in different Star Trek episodes. So it is unclear how they're gonna,
Right. It was just more of like with the current, timeline standing with the Ferengi Alliance and, how the Federation is currently dealing with the Ferengi, right? Like that was the kind of angle I was going at. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there's not really a hard standing with the Ferengi Alliance. There's some deals with the Nagus, obviously going on around this time period.
Right.
But it's a little unclear how they would view this sort of transaction.
Sure.
because I can read off several rules of you can look up the rules
Acquisition.
of
Yeah,
acquisition.
rules,
Of course.
Yeah.
So
You said this deal, or this contract was made specifically with a certain merchant on the colony, not with the governor, right?
to a degree, yeah. The primarily it was a merchant and Grell that came up with the contract, and the governor agreed to it. At least on
Okay,
paper.
so it's the governor's signature on the contract, essentially.
Yes.
It
Along with Grell
was
and,
made-
this other person.
Mhm.
Mhm. No, that's tough. Why the fuck did she sign this?
I was under the impression like Zarek was the one that was kind of like representing it and was like, "Hey, look at this great deal we have, Governor. Look at how cool this is. Sign it. I promise everything's cool." Is that kind of the vibe? And he's like, "Don't look into the fact that I'm also getting paid for this."
Mm.
But as a merchant, I know what's good for the colony.
Keep in mind, all of this that you uncovered was in fine print, and it was all represented. Like it's like you had to go to get like all this info. Like you had to go page 7, subsection A,
Right.
and then go down to page 48, subsection C, to figure out this is what this is going on here, type deal. So
I've been wearing the old man like half circle glasses,
Bifocals.
Yeah, I guess that is the technical term. Cool. Okay, well, that's definitely some ammunition.
Something.
Do we convene back together on the bridge now that everything is completed?
yeah, if everything's on, you
Can I? I may want to do something. I'm sorry. I'm realizing the time. Were we trying to wrap up soon?
No. I mean,
No?
but I mean, I'm not rushing out the door.
Well, it just depends on how much longer you guys wish to go. There's a little bit I don't know if you can wrap it up within 20 minutes. It just depends on how much you want to do, or if you guys want to conclude and pick this up next week.
I'll try and do a thing. Try and do a little thing. Azuria will put down her tea and be like, "Thank you so much for your help, Ensign Cool. We certainly couldn't have done this without you. Why don't you take a well-deserved break down in the mess hall while the commander and I discuss a few things?"
Thank you, Captain.
And then, now that Captain and Nexo are alone, she'll say, "This Mr. What was it? Zarek?
Zarek, yeah.
Zarek. Mr. Zarek seems to be a new and rather important linchpin to this entire agreement. I'm wondering if we can use him at all, or use them at all, for any sort of big turning point we can use against the Daemon."
Well, the applied pressure of a Federation starship could get him to perhaps tell us a bit more about the inner workings of the deal.
Let me cut straight to the point, Commander. Let's say, for instance, if we could dig up some Federation records on this Mr. Zarek from his time when he was a Federation citizen. If we could find that perhaps he has some sort of conflict of interest when it comes to dealing with the governor, when it comes to his citizenship regarding his independent status, it would certainly invalidate the contract as a whole if we can find something substantial on him. Wouldn't you agree?
You want me to try to dig up some dirt on him to strong arm him in one direction?
If we could, then we would, but unfortunately the lack of subspace buoys in this region would make accessing up-to-date Federation records a little bit time-consuming. What I'm proposing, Commander, what I'm getting your opinion on, is the idea that since we can't access Federation records, certainly the Ferengi can't either. If we used some tactics the Ferengi themselves would probably approve of to obfuscate the truth a little bit. Do you think that would be a worthwhile endeavor considering the stakes at hand here?
I think if you can successfully bluff your way forwards without them discovering it, we could definitely benefit from that success. But if you attempt to bluff and it backfires, then we're left even further on the back foot.
This is a very pragmatic analysis. Any other moral objections, perhaps, Commander?
Morally, from a personal standpoint, not particularly, but I'm sure that if you were to put the full of it in a Starfleet report, you might get a couple questions.
Very least. But it's good to know that those questions aren't coming from my first officer, Commander Thilvaran.
My line is rather far, but I'll let you know if I'm worried about crossing it.
She'll stand up. Please do. I would like to be open on that matter.
Of course. So
But
what do you think?
For now, I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's confer with the others and figure out where to go from there.
Agreed. I imagine we run into the room at the same time, the two groups with our finished information. Like, guess what? And we're like, oh yay, we both did it.
Yay!
Good job.
All right, what do you guys wish to do?
Oh, right. I think. Do we want to? Are we wanting to? Do you want to try calling him again, Cap, or what's your plan here? Because we now know about the trade info.
I think if we were planning to wrap up, this would be a good point.
True.
Unless you just wanted to discuss something amongst ourselves, or we'll play a bit more.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
I'm good to wrap up here if that's fine.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty natural.
It's a good place
point.
to stop.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Right, yeah.
Thank you,
Nice.
GM. This is fun.